Time to get some common sense from Craig about retirement. Craig is the co-founder of VestGen and a wealth advisor. Good to have you here. Retirement doesn't always happen the way people think it will. What can you tell us, Craig?
Well, Angela, I've got great news. In the most recent extensive national survey of retirees, we're finding that retiring early is the norm. The expectations in the marketplace are that most people are going to retire at the age of 65, but I've got terrible news. Most people are finding themselves retiring as early as 62. And you know what that means? This is probably not happening by choice. It's happening by circumstance. So retiring earlier than you plan on is a real gap for so many people in America.
People might not be ready for retirement financially. How about picking up a part-time job or consulting to make ends meet?
Well, I think people need to understand that you need to be prepared and you need to have flexibility. Angela, there's far too many people who also are falling into the second gap. The second concern is people believe that retirement's not going to be an event. People believe that retirement's going to be a glide path. I've got news. Not everyone's going to be able to consult. Not everybody's going to be able to slow down and take diminished hours at work. In fact, what we're seeing in the surveys, Angela, is 73% of workers, work just stops. It's a full-time stop. There's no transition. There's no glide path. So to your point, what do people need to do? People need to elevate their planning, elevate their financial cash flow modeling to ensure that they're ready for how retirement's going to be dealt to them.
What do most people expect is going to happen in retirement, and what's the reality of retirement?
Well, I think when we think about working in retirement, so many people have great intentions. In fact, surveys time after time again, inclusive of this large national survey I referenced at the top of the segment, some 3 out of 4 workers expect to work in some fashion, whatever that might be, seasonal, this or that. The reality is the surveys are consistently showing that only 30% of workers are actually putting in the time to actually seek employment or are successful in obtaining that employment. So I think here's the bottom line, Angela, if you put this all together. Number one, a well-curated retirement plan is not about when you want to retire. It's also about when you might be forced into retirement. A well-curated plan has preparedness and flexibility because even though you might think that retirement's going to be a glide path where you slow down your work commitments, you might find that you're just thrust into it. And third, lots of people say, I want to plug into something. I want to work part-time. I want to work seasonally. There's competition for those jobs. If you want to learn more, you can. You absolutely should. Connect with us at getretiredstayretired.com.